Alright, so it's now basically 48 hours after the big squat routine, and I am basically at the peak of the soreness. The DOMS is pretty bad this morning. The quads are not too bad, the glutes are not too bad, but my adductors are just very, very painful. So I didn't know really what to do today. I thought about, okay, so if I can't squat, let me try and deadlift. So I kind of went in today focusing on the deadlift. So for this session, I thought I'll just hit the 5 sets of 40, 10 reps each set, like I usually do. And the last few days I have been doing the deficit deadlifts as well, but I decided not to do that, and I just decided to kind of make a bit of a run with the hook grip all the way kind of to the as high as I can go, depending on the speed of the bar. Basically, I can't bend my legs too much. Because the adductors are just so painful. So I just decided just to focus on the deadlift, right? I can't squat, so let's just deadlift. Some of you guys have said, how the hell are you even training nowadays, you know, after the big squat routine? The truth of the matter is, yesterday that was the first session after the big squat routine. I felt really good after the session. I really did. It's almost like I lubricated my joints, my muscles, and I felt really good in the afternoon. Before that, it was crap. And so I thought the same thing was going to happen today. If I go in and kind of just, you know, push my way through the warm-ups, that's the most painful thing. Trying to get the first motion into the muscle, but then after, surely it would release. And as I was doing these warm-ups, I started feeling better and better as I went along. I felt slow, I felt weak, but nevertheless, I just thought, let's just stick with it and keep going. And so, as you can see here, I really try to slow down the deadlift motion, really try and work the muscle, really try and get the time under tension, get the kind of pump in, if you will, without getting the pump in. Like, I don't want to, you know, smash them, but I do want to get them warmed up and get some blood flow through there. I don't know, I feel like active recovery is a real thing. It really makes me feel better. Whether it has a negative impact on training or not, I'm not sure. But my anecdote is that I feel better. You know, I mean, honestly, I feel better. I can't see how bed rest would benefit anybody in this situation, because, you know, whenever I sit down and relax for a little bit, the muscles tighten up, and then getting off the couch, getting off the chair, it's like really, really painful. But when I'm continuously moving, it's as though the muscle kind of forgets about the pain. I don't know. It's almost like the metabolism waste products from the hardcore session are kind of just sitting there in the muscle, and without blood circulation and sort of you know, blood going through there, how's that stuff going to go through? So, like, in my mind, if you increase the circulation to those areas, you're going to reduce recovery time. It just makes sense to me, because lactic acid is just basically, and other metabolic, you know, waste products are just laying around in some of this tissue waiting to get kind of removed. So the more traffic of these, you know, vehicles, if you will, come around, the quicker the thing's gonna, you know, get fixed up. But anyway, that's how I feel. So loaded up 70 here, and I thought I'll do 3 here. 3 felt all right. I kind of felt all right up until about 150 or 120, 170 kilos. I really started feeling that the muscle wasn't going to give me what I was hoping today. I just felt like the warm-up is all good, like that's all well and good, but let's not kid ourselves. The muscle is damaged, the muscle is hurting. So I was a little bit stupid here, because I kept loading the bar. You'll see here what happened towards the end, but I actually failed. I say failed because I didn't really push, but I loaded 210 kilos. I think I hit 190 from memory. I think I hit 190. No, I didn't even do 190. What have I got on the bar here? So I think I've got 170 here. That's right. So I did 170. That kind of moved all right. Hook grip felt good. But after this, it didn't really go well. I tried hook grip in this one. Let me have a look at this. It's the first time I'm watching it as well. Yeah, that kind of moved all right. So they kind of gave me false confidence that I was going to move the next weight as well. And so this is stupid. This is as silly as it can get. So I went from 170 and I loaded another 40 kilos. So that's 210 kilos. and I thought I'd do that. I mean, it goes to show you that you can be silly sometimes. I didn't think, like, this is the thing, like jumping this far up when you're this sore is silly, but I just wanted to see where my recovery point is. So the other day I hit 230, 5 days ago exactly, and 210 was not gonna bunch. Look at that. I kind of got it off, and I realized, okay, this would have been really slow and really ugly if I persisted with this. So I bought it out, and this is where the dumbness comes in. The central nervous system was telling me through my grip that this is not a good idea, and so what do? I put on some straps and I try and give that a go as well. So I didn't want to think about grip. I really wanted to think about what the core was doing, and I started getting it up, and I thought this is gonna be a hell of a grinder, abort mission, and that's what I did there. So I was kind of like, not frustrated, but I was kind of like annoyed with myself that I even attempted this. And so then I started thinking about squatting. What was I gonna do with the squats? My adductors are still painful as anything. And so then this is like literally as spontaneous as you can get it. I just went, screw it, let's just deactivate the adductors and let's do feet together squats. I have not done this in an extremely long time. I want to say like 2 or 3 years minimum. And back when I did them with some wedges underneath my heels. There's no way I could have done this 2 or 3 years ago. Anyway, so the bar, this is the hardest set that I did. Like, I felt I wanted to kind of roll backwards. But anyway, the adductors weren't hurting that much in this position. The moment I like put my feet out, that's when it was hurting. So I just started thinking, why don't I just load this movement? So it's feet together. I think this is called, I think Tom Platz used to do this back in the day. I don't know what this motion, this squat style is called. I'm calling it feet together squat. But then I started loading it, 60 kilos. I feel like it's always easier with weight on the back. I know some of you guys are gonna think this is ridiculous. How can it be easy with weight on the back? But it really does. It helps me balance. A lot of you guys are gonna say my dorsiflexion is insane, which is pretty good. But like, I've seen guys with extreme dorsiflexion. I think what you're seeing here is hips. Like my hamstrings are pretty good, and my glutes are pretty good. My adductors are not pretty good because they're really short today and really painful. But the adductors are not really called into great range of motion in this position because my feet are together. I think adductors get more and more love the more the feet kind of start going wider and wider apart. So this is 100 kilos. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. And it hits the quads in a different way. Like, it's really, really weird. Like, it doesn't hit the outside as much, I feel. I don't know. I have to think about that one. Yeah, it's a really, really different sensation. Like, at the bottom, I feel like I'm more comfortable at the bottom because, like, I'm basically putting my belly on top of my quads. So I feel hell comfortable at the bottom with this position. This is why big guys, like, you know, the super heavyweights are really good at squatting, because they can literally put their belly on their legs and bounce from the belly, kind of thing. They, you know, the two body parts meet and it's like kind of like a cushion. That's kind of what this is doing. That's maybe why I'm feeling so good at the bottom. But yeah, I decided to give you guys a closer up as well to see exactly what the ankles are doing. I don't think the dorsiflexion is that insane. I'm just kind of stretching the posterior chain as much as I can. That looks pretty good. And then I think this one is 160. I think this is where I left it. Yeah, this is where I left it. 160 kilo squat, feet together. This is a PR. I have to call it. I mean, I've never done this heavy. It felt good because the adductors weren't hurting in this motion. I said it again. The adductors are just so brutally painful. But in this position, the adductors are basically asleep. Yeah, they kind of felt all right. Beautiful. And then I decided to do some back off sets. If my adductors are not hurting at all in this motion, I thought, hell, why don't I just do 100 kilos for one set of 10? And this is what I did here. So no pauses here, just straight up and down. This taxes the core though, because your lower back wants to round in this position because of your guts kind of hitting your legs, and so he wants to round, so you got to continuously fight. I might actually get this part of my daily routine, not daily routine, but like part of my squat routine in the coming days. I really felt good with this motion. It's really good for stretching the ankles and stretching kind of like the hips in a weird way. It's really cool, and it looks impressive as well, because a lot of guys struggle with this sort of stuff. But yeah, anyway guys, try it out. That's my light session for today. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.